Welcome back to Peterson Auto. We're going to stick this somehow to this. We're making a bracket to mount the turbo. So, I'm not going to go into all the fab work details. It's just one of those things. But we do kind of have a bracket going on here. It hits a little here though. It really does. So, I have to take care of that. You can see I drew some lines. That's going to go ahead and get cut there. So it's a little better looking, I guess. And the turbo is going to sit like that. So, yeah, there might be issues with the fan if I have it clocked that way, but I've decided I'm probably going to spin this and clock it right back. Not sure if I'm going to want to run an intercooler or not, but probably not, because junkyard stuff, you know? So it's going to sit about there, which is about height-wise in line with this bolt. And so I'll probably make a bracket that's going to come out here, over, and connect to the side of this piece here. It's bolted to the bottom of the turbo. And probably one from the other side, and then a bottom support of some sort. And then trim this end off too. So right now, I got some steel rod we're going to cut up and bend up and, you know, get that mocked up, and I'll show you what that looks like. Oh, YouTube, it's not fully welded, not fully bolted in. There's a turbo hanging from that engine there. I think we'll be pretty good clearance-wise. Yeah, give me a second, I can grab the exhaust. And you look, the exhaust has some pretty good fitment. We're pretty clear. It's in about an inch. I'll probably have to header wrap that, honestly. But looks like it'll do. So I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to make one more gusset for down here somewhere. Clean up this end. Cut that down. A bunch of little other things. Put it all together and let you see what it looks like. But just to show you without the turbo here quick, what we did. We basically just bolted the first bracket to the head and then ran some steel rod up to support it. This is 3/8 inch, 7/16, half inch, I don't know, half inch. Yeah, it looks like about half inch steel rod was run up. You can see here. So this plug wire is going to probably sit down in here and keep away from all the really hot stuff, hopefully. And if I have another brace coming out of here and going down, make one more brace, should be able to support it. Clean this bracket up, you know, trim it down, clean it up. So it kind of looks more like that. Maybe we'll even go ahead and be able to fit an alternator in here. I'm not sure yet. That'd be kind of awesome. No idea where I'm putting the alternator on this. Because either way, it's with the serpentine setup, you have a reverse wrap on something, so we got to have some kind of pulley over in here somewhere. So maybe there's going to be an alternator. I'm not sure. I have an alternator down there for a 4.6. It's 140 amp. I wouldn't mind running 140 amp, but that mounting ain't anything close to what I'd actually want to run on this. So, you know, junkyard, or is it worth just buying an alternator? I don't know yet, but either way, we're going to get this finished up and show you what it's going to look like completely welded up and in place. So you can get an idea of what's going on and how we're supporting things here. Well, YouTube, that's probably the ugliest turbo mount you've ever seen. Yeah, there's one more bolt here. It's actually like a 7/16 or something, so you gotta find out what that is. I had a 3/8 in it and it didn't fit right. But, ugliest turbo mount you ever seen, but man, is it sturdy. It's strong enough. I got it fully welded. Chopped one part off down there. Cleaned up that edge and that edge. And it almost looks like someone designed the thing. You know, almost like a professional setup, which is great. We love that kind of stuff, right? Full-on redneck, full-on junkyard build with a bracket that almost looks like you paid for it. Well, either way, I don't think so. But it kind of does look like you might have paid for it. Not much, maybe like 20 bucks on eBay. You know, one of those type of things, but as soon as I get these in here, you can see it'll hold up the turbo without much problem. That's how the turbo is going to sit. Might be, yeah, we should be good as far as our oil feed there. This is feed pressure, so as long as we have oil pressure, we'll be good. See our oil feed right here? Probably not. Here's the oil feed. The drain's going to come down here and tap into the pan at some point. I'm not sure where I'm going to go into the pan at, so that's going to be the next conundrum. Now, this engine stand's barely able to hold all this weight to start with, Harbor Freight. You can see that's got a little flex to it, but it doesn't move. And once I get that other bolt in and tighten all the bolts, probably won't have any flex. So it's going to sit about like that. Exhaust is going to come out here. Might go with a 90 actually. Might put it more, snake it around. It's all going to depend when we get in there, but it's going to be about where your exhaust is going to sit and go out. It's just to give you an idea. Or, I mean, if I can't figure out exhaust, there's always the hood stack option. I mean, why not? It's a Mustang, right? I mean, who's done a hood stack on a Mustang? Without a diesel swap. I think there's a couple diesel swaps that have done it, but yeah, that'll be great. Carrying around a 5-gallon bucket to put over the thing. That sounds like an awesome idea. So, hood stack or fender dump? Let me know what you think, but there's making up a bracket for our turbo on our Windsor, or Junkyard Windsor, or Junkyard Turbo. So, gotta find myself an intake still and do some plumbing and all that other good stuff. Right now, I gotta work on exhaust, and that's probably gonna be the next step. We'll see if we can cobble together some random pipes I have laying around to connect up. And if you notice, that's a T3 to T4 flange. I'm going to do a little reworking on that with a grinder to make it work. But, you know, free is free, and that is the point of a junkyard build. The least amount you can spend, the better. And that was actually off of the red truck there in the background, which is my 88, which had a 7.3 with a turbo on it. 6.9 with a turbo, actually. And I had a T4 and a T3 flange. I used that adapter. Well, it's not being used anymore, since that's got a DT360, which is where this turbo came off of, and it's going on this Junkyard Windsor to go in a Mustang. We are reusing every part we can. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to Peterson Auto.